Hello and welcome to One More Genius. All right, this is One More Genius platform, and yes, I am here to pick up our little genius. But it is raining. Not just only raining, it is so windy. Even the car is rocking from side to side. That's how that's how windy it is. So again, welcome. And yeah, that is it. That is it right now. As more would say. So it's raining. So this is just a short live just to catch up. By the way, it's the first live, so if you're joining, please support this platform, like, share, and subscribe. And yes, follow us along for One More Genius's journey. All right, we want to share a little bit more, so would love for you to be a part of this community, and also to share with us, if you have children living with autism, what are some things that work for you, for your family, for your children. Would love to hear from you while we share, our experience on this side. But it is raining. So welcome. Not a lot to show because it is raining, as you can see. But again, welcome all. We're so happy to have you here. And our little genius lives with autism. So right now I'm actually waiting to get him from school. But as you can see, it is raining. All right, Sam, welcome. So happy to have you here. And please, guys, please be a part of this community. This is our first live. All right, our little genius is still nonverbal, but his words are coming, and that is something that we are grateful for. Indeed, a lot of rain, and it is very windy. So right now I'm sitting in the car and it is rocking from side to side. Just about, like, I am wondering if the wind is going to take it up. It's so windy, but we're here. All right, so we're so happy to have you here with us. All right, so please hit the button, and I see about 10 of us here. Hit the subscription button as well. All right, that will definitely help more to share his story and to just get his story out there. So if you have not yet interacted or engaged with one of the videos on this platform, you can go ahead and do that. But he's just another genius, right? And we are supporting him as best as we can, and we won't allow autism to define who he is as a person. So we just see it as not a disability but a different ability in the context of what he does. And if you notice, the phone is shaking. This is from the car just swaying with me right now. It's really rocking and I'm a little bit scared, of course. So thank you so much, Sam. I appreciate it. So we're here and we're just trying to build this little community and to support him as best as we can, and just to show, and we'll definitely share as much as we can, because we want to also bear in mind that as parents we are making this decision for him. So you may not necessarily see his face in videos, but we want to give him that opportunity when he gets older to decide, if he wants to share that part of his story with you as well. So we are also, a bit mindful of that. But he's an amazing boy. Very, very amazing boy. He's brilliant, and if you get the opportunity to look at a few of the videos that we have there, you will also recognize that he can spell words, so he types. And so, I'm just here to encourage any one of you. You might have a disability, it might be autism. Just see it as a different ability. And sometimes this world really wants to put us into a mold in terms of defining who we are, what we can do, just there are just boundaries, and so sometimes what I see with our little genius is that he's beating the odds and redefining things based on his terms, and that is okay too. Roban, welcome, welcome. So happy to have you here. So, yeah, we want to share a little bit more. Nicholas, welcome, welcome. We want to share a little bit more in terms of, Moore's journey and just how we have been navigating. And, it has been a learning journey for us as parents, for sure, and just trying to support him, his needs, understanding him, and also understanding that while he's nonverbal, he's still communicating. So we'll share more in terms of how he communicates, and he's 7 and he's still not talking. He's on a liquid diet, he has never had solids, and so we're here to just share our story and to give other people hope, and to say that it's not over. God is still there, just to be like a supportive community to people who might be facing or living this reality, and understanding that this is our day to day. For sure, Nicholas, you can share. So I am really happy that we had a few people coming on this live. It's the first time I'm going live on Moore's platform, and so that's really so heartwarming to see that you're here with us. And I don't know if I can get a little short or a little clip of him when I collect him from school, because it's so rainy, like it's raining really hard. I have this additional I have right now, because we cannot use an umbrella. Like, if you could, I'm not sure if you're hearing the sound of the wind, but if it's coming through, because the windows are up, but it is so windy. And perhaps while I get out of the car, I'll try to give you a view of what is happening outside, so where you can see a little bit of it, and before I end the live. But thanks, Sam. We're just here. Sometimes it's a journey where you just have to advocate for your child, because the systems that are in place, sometimes it's the same systems that are fighting you. And trust me, as a mom and as parents, living this reality, this is our daily life. The last thing that we want to do is to be fighting a system, because we have so much already on our plates. And so we're just looking for the support, the help. So if you're able to help us, try not to be beating us down. Like, we can't manage that. And so understand too that it is something that we are navigating, not just for an hour when we show up for an appointment, or a few minutes when we're interacting. This is like our day to day. And so we want to bring, this awareness to you just based on our lived experience and, what we're doing to support our boy. And I know sometimes a lot of people do not have access to, supports. Because even now we're still trying to get some additional supports for our little genius. But at the same time, we're doing what we can do to support him based on, our experience so far and based on the supports that he had had in place previously. So we're doing our best in that regard. So, it's a journey, it's a learning journey, and a lot of things we have to unlearn in order to really learn. So it's like a cyclical process. And so it is important for us to understand too that, at times, not at times, all the time, it requires us to be patient, patient with, the children and just with ourselves. And, a big part of this journey too is support. Sometimes as parents, you need a moment, you need a little breather. And we just can't get that because we are so worried about our child. Will he be safe? Will he be taken care of the way that we would take care of him? And so it's hard to kind of risk it that way to say, okay, we're going to take an hour, leave him with somebody, and then we come back and it's like, no. So sometimes too, it's even that. And we know him best. We know him best, and because it will take for us to leave him with someone, this person would have to know him over time. It cannot be just randomly say, hey, can you no. He's a very smart boy. He likes to explore. And so exploring too can present risk. And so we understand that, and because of that we are extremely careful regarding what we do and what we do not do. And so that too is something that we are trying to navigate as well. So yes, who else is watching? That's a big question, Sam. I know some people are here with us, so if you'd like to share in the chat, that would be wonderful. And let me see, I'm trying to clear the glass on this side, so let me see if I can just share with you over on this side for you to get a better view there. All right, I don't know if you can see those little trees there, but yeah, that's the reality right now. That's the reality right now. It's hard to hold it this way, but I'm just giving you a view of what's going on there, because I can do that. But yes, guys, that's a part of the reality. But welcome one, welcome all. We're so happy to have you here with us. No, it's really windy, Sam. So what is happening is that the wind is kind of taking away the rain, but it is still raining. So in about 4 minutes or so, I'll be going out. So I'll try to give you a view of what is going on before I end this live. Yeah. So that's the situation there. But again, I'm happy to have you here. As I shared, this is like the first live I am having on Moore's page here, and we just hope to share a little bit more about autism. So as parents, so Dad and I, we're going to just share our story. My God, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the wind, and it's just rocking the car. So each time you see this thing shaking, if that's how it's looking on your end, it is the It is the wind. I don't know. Can I take this down a little bit? I wonder if too much breeze is gonna get in here. But let's see. Oh, it's wet. It's wet. It's wet. But that's the reality right now. I can't keep it for too long. But perhaps you're hearing it now. That's the wind. It's terrible. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. And even this too could be something that more is not able to just, tolerate, because yeah. So as I shared earlier, I have a jacket for him, an extra. So we'll see how that works, and we'll try to get back to the car as quickly. Okay, you can hear it. Yeah, it's really, really loud. Really, really loud. So again, welcome. We are happy to have you here, and I am hoping that you'll consider being a member of this community by hitting that subscription button, and help us to build, more's platform, and just for us to right now share his story until he's able to share his story, because it's really his story. Guys, I am just praying and hoping for the day when he's able to just tell us, exactly how he's feeling, what is happening to him. And it has been, he's 7 now, 7 plus, so just imagine that. And he has never had solids, just liquid. So we want to share these experiences with you, and especially to people who, you might have family members, and we want to know to what work. And the thing with autism is that if you know one child with autism, you know one child with autism, because it's never the same, right? But with that said, sometimes we can learn from each other. Like, let's say there is a similarity, and so we can learn from each other in that way. And not just that too, but also support, because sometimes when you know that you're not alone, it really helps. When you know that, you're not the only one going through what you're going through, it helps. And I feel that as parents, especially most of the times, and I scan through, I see a lot of moms doing it on their own when I look at social media. But I am grateful that, dad is here on this journey too, because trust me guys, it can be really hard. So I salute every parent who is showing up for their kids, fighting for their kids. Parents who would not allow the system to define their children, and how their children become, because that is important. So give me a moment guys, I'm just going to try and switch. I'm trying to get out the car, and I'm going to take up a few things. And so just give me a moment, I'll be right back. And as promised, I'm going to just give you a sense of what's happening outside as best as I can for maybe a little second, because I need to keep this jacket on my head and it is so windy. So just give me a moment. Brain, welcome, and I'll be just right back. I am still here, just trying to get a few things up and running. I shared with you. Yeah. So I just need to get walking up there. And hopefully the wind does not lift me up. That's another part of it. But I don't even see anybody walking yet. But I'm gonna do this. Oh, wow. but still a beautiful day. It is so windy.